Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get right into this. So first I'm going to start with the Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Sand Sable, and I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelids to sort of prime for this look. Now I'm going to just take my concealer brush and just sort of spread that out through my eyelids just to make sure that I'm really well coated and make sure that my eyeshadow does not crease. Also, if you guys see my little hairs from my eyebrow stick out, just don't mind that. I was having a little trouble with the eyebrow. Anyways, now I'm gonna go in with my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow. I sort of just start with a little bit and start building up that color, just because I don't want to add a lot in the first place, because if I do, it'll be harder to blend out. And as you can see, because I am doing a cut crease look, I want to make sure that I'm sort of flicking out my eyeshadow in the direction in which I'll be cutting my crease. So now I'm going to go in with my Modern Renaissance palette by ABH, and I'm going to dip into the color Love Letter. And with this color, it's just to help define my crease a little bit more, so that when I do cut the crease, you're able to really see it pop. And again, you want to use the same technique as always and start off by applying a little bit and then building your way up. Again, you never want to add a lot at once, because it will be a little bit difficult to blend out and your eyeshadows could get a little messy. So now I'm going to be going in with my Tarte concealer in the shade Light Sand. The way that I cut my crease is I start from the inner corner and then I sort of apply concealer on my lower lid, on the lower half of my lid, and sort of blink so that I know exactly where to cut my crease, because I then start to make my way through my whole eyelid. It's kind of hard to explain exactly where your cut crease is, but you'll feel it. You'll know where the crease of your eye. So now I'm going to be using the same technique as well. You sort of want to flick the concealer outwards in where you want your cut crease to go. Now I'm going to go in and spray a flat brush in with the shade Wild Child from the Norvina palette, and this shade will be used for the rest of my eyelid. Want to make sure that your crease color pops out more than the actual shimmer that you're applying on your lid. So now I'm going to be going in with my NYX eyeliner. I sort of just start wherever when it comes to my eyeliner. I don't really have a certain way to do it, but I do always end up flicking out my liner towards the end. I always want to make sure I have the rest of my lid covered with my eyeliner, and then I do my wing at last. Whenever you're doing your liner, a tip would be is to just have the most lightweight hand as possible when you're flicking that wing, so that it comes out as sharp as possible. Now I'm going to be going in with my Dodo lashes in the style D309s, and you always just want to make sure, of course, to have your lashes be a little bit tacky before you actually apply them. So before I continue with the rest of my makeup, of course, I'm just going to go back really quickly, clean the sides of my eyeshadow. So then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 270, and most of the time I use 2 pumps, possibly 3 if I really need it, if I really want that extra coverage. Now now I'm back to my Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I pretty much conceal anywhere where I feel like I get oily the most, since I am oily based. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. contour palette, and I'm gonna be using the two darker shades to sort of mix those together and bronze up my face. Now in this video I do exaggerate my bronzing a little bit more, just because of course this is a bunny look and I wanted my cheeks to be a little bit more exaggerating, more on the bronzier side. And I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set wherever I applied my concealer. And I also applied the rest of my translucent powder, whatever is left on the brush, anywhere else on my face to give that extra coverage. And of course I will be using the same translucent powder to cut out my cheeks and make them look a little bit more defined. So while my face is baking, I'm just gonna go back with my NYX eyeliner and sort of go over my lashes. Then I'm gonna go in with my Lash Sensational Maybelline mascara. Okay, now for the fun stuff, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a detailed brush and use that same color that I used on my crease to sort of spread that out down my nose. Now I'm gonna go in with my iMagic Professional palette, and this is a face and body paint palette. It's a dupe for the Makeup Forever Flash palette, where instead of wasting $100 you can be wasting $25, so it's a great deal. What you're gonna want to do is sort of apply that all down your waterline, and then slowly but surely make sure that you start winging that liner as well. Then I'm gonna go back again with my NYX liner and use that color to sort of create little hair-like strokes on my waterline as well. I went back with my inner corners to fix them up and just make them seem a little bit more bunny-like. So you're gonna go back with the same white color in the palette. Instead of rubbing, I tap the color on my face just to make sure I have that fade-ish white look. So now I'm gonna go back in with the same white color and start creating my hair-like strokes. And again, you just want to be light on the hand just to make sure that your white hairs look as real as possible. So now I'm gonna go into my nose and sort of create a round shape on it and fill the sides of it. Then I'm gonna go in and do again hair strokes on my nose. I didn't like it, I don't know. This is just something completely optional. You don't have to do the hair strokes on your nose, just because I feel like it would have looked a little bit better if I didn't do the hair strokes, but you live and you learn. So with the same shade that I used from Norvina, you're gonna go in with that shimmer and apply that on your nose as well. Don't forget to again spray your brush with or whichever setting spray that you have, just so that that color can pop. Now onto the lips, I'm gonna be using the shade Lust for Blush by Maybelline. Something that I did not do in my video was set my white face paint. Just because the paint is a little bit oil based, so it will smudge and move if you don't set it with the translucent powder. So now I'm gonna go on my eyebrows and sort of follow the shape of my brows to create that line. Just make sure that you don't go super high on the hair strokes because it will at a point start to look weird. So make sure it's at a good length. So again, I'll be using my NYX eyeliner to create sort of that little mouth that gives it that bunny look. Then you're just going to create little dots on your face with your same eyeliner just to give it more of that whisker look. Lastly, you're going to go in with whichever highlighter you want. I wanted to use the pink based highlighter from the Bretman Rock palette. And that's about it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see you guys on my next one. Bye.